good. So, yeah, you probably missed
You're a
part.
damn good psychologist.
All right, so you're waiting at the
You're
you're waiting at the apartment. A gentleman shows up. I gotta pull all these pictures out here. Where is he? There he is.
Oh, hey.
He is dressed. He's in a chauffeur's uniform.
Oh, okay.
He is in a chauffeur's uniform, and he shows up at your apartment.
Uh-huh.
You go out to the car. You're a little disappointed. It's not the Bugatti. It is an older model Chevrolet, painted green. Olive green with wood artillery wheels. The gentleman tells you, he introduces himself as Fleming and says he is here to drive you to the Putney estate.
Fleming?
Yes.
So I can go, oh.
Yeah, you can flip it.
Fleming, that's all I know.
Oh, okay. He's a tall man with conservative air, and he seems very polite.
Okay.
You soon come to the realization he does not speak unless spoken to.
So I have my posse, right?
Yeah, everybody's everybody's there. You guys can fit in the Chevrolet. You can fit 3 in the back and 1 in the front.
Okay.
And then Fleming is driving.
I'm gonna climb in the passenger seat. That's
Okay.
what I'm gonna
You get in the passenger seat. The 3 of you get in the back, and you drive off to the north side of Providence.
Yep.
Way up north, just on the outskirts of Providence, almost to Pawtucket, to the Putney Mansion. The house is not opulent, but it is large. I'll go ahead and show you kind of a map of the house so you can kind of get an idea.
Rolling down the street.
It's in a wealthy neighborhood. Would you stop? The white gravel drive leads around the back, where a lawn has been set out around a new built brick garage, which is set off from the house. Here's like the ground floor and the grounds. There's like an orchard this direction. The main road is actually back behind the house, which is kind of strange. Beyond the garage is a large orchard, unattended for so long that it is now a wilderness of long grass, poison oak, and twisted trees. You notice that as you're driven in, you notice the garage all the garage doors are open. There's an impressive amount of equipment, machinery. There are also 2 other motor cars. One is the wrecked Bugatti, which you 2 recognize, and the other is actually even better. It is a Bugatti racing car, which is a tiny little 1-seater. 2 could possibly fit in it. No headlights or anything on it. That's a race car. That's one that you race at on the tracks.
And it's inside the garage?
It's inside the garage.
Is it well lit?
Yes, that whole area is fairly well lit. There's windows letting light in. It's a pretty day. We'll just say it's a clear day today. I'm not going to bother rolling for it. And Fleming, was that his name? Yeah, Fleming actually pulls the car up in front of the house and gets out, and then he goes around the front to open the door for you.
Okay.
And then he opens the back door for the rest of you.
Oh, that's absurd, but oh well.
You guys can go ahead and climb out while he's getting her out if you want. It's up to you.
And I'm just like,
Gimps first.
You got your cane. You're having a walk.
Like, that's a gift. How mobile am I? Like,
You're fine.
Is it like
it's
not
painful.
old person?
It's just painful, and so when you walk with a cane, you don't have to put as much pressure on it. If it comes down to an emergency where you're running from monsters,
I can run, but it'll hurt.
You'll be able to run. Oh, it'll hurt like a bitch, but the adrenaline will keep you going for a while. It's not going to actually affect your mobility
Can I
at
ask
all.
what's the butler's name?
Fleming was the chauffeur.
Can I
Yes.
ask him something?
Yeah, you haven't entered the house yet.
Well, do you have any pain medication that I can take, to dull the pain?
You will have to.
I'm assuming they still have like aspirin and.
Yeah, you would have you have aspirin
Just
right
a
now
chauffeur,
that you would have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could've gotten
Is
aspirin.
there anything stronger at this time?
Morphine.
Oh.
oh shit.
We're good. I'll just take the bottom pop.
Morphine is about as strong as it gets. A barbiturates, you could try barbiturates to kind of.
When did I just put him to sleep?
Pretty much.
Then okay, I didn't know if there's something with it. If I already have aspirin,
You've got aspirin, so we'll retro that. You didn't ask me
Never
for it,
mind.
but the grand entrance actually faces towards the garage, the back of the house. The actual street is a little ways behind the house, which is weird.
Oh.
It almost gives the impression that the family has turned away from the world. A servant appears at the front door to take your coats, hats, anything else that you wish to give him.
Okay.
He asks you to wait here in the foyer. As you can see, this main hall there is where he says, if you can wait, I will get Mr. Putney for you. And then he's off. He has the British accent. You recognize his voice from your phone call the day before. The interior is impressive with all the appointments and belongings expected of a moderately wealthy family, but the atmosphere is sullen and unfriendly. Central heating is oppressively high. It is hot as hell in here. It's probably like 80 degrees. Everybody can make me a listen check.
Hell yeah. Yes.
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 Everybody, nice. Okay, you hear a squeaking, like a and a murmur of voices, and then you kind of look up on the landing above, and you see a woman. She is wheeling an old man across the landing above them towards what appears to be a manual elevator.
It must be his parents.
The woman looks young. There's the woman. She looks like she's in her 30s,
Oh, God.
although she's obviously been possibly drinking too much. She has like a red rosy. Yeah, that's the old man. He looks
Christ,
awful.
He looks like a gremlin.
He's
Or
wrapped
a
in
goblin.
blankets.
He looks like a goblin.
He's wrapped in blankets. And she is wearing an eye-catching assortment of evening wear and practical wear, with sensible boots topped with a rakish hat and a feather boa. It is the most outrageous outfit you've ever seen. She talks constantly, laughing at her own jokes, and his head just kind of nods with the squeaking of the wheels as she wheels him towards this elevator.
I'm just looking at her like, oh, God.
She doesn't even seem to notice you.
I'm just like, ugh.
The servant reappears and said, "If you will come this way, please." And then he leads you to the drawing room. He leads you around this way to this drawing room over here. And says, "I will be right back with Mr. Putney." And then he disappears again. He's back within 2 minutes with Rupert, who is... the drawing room is on the ground floor. It overlooks the lawn and the garage through a set of really large French windows that are like that whole wall. It's a room of impressive proportions, outfitted with fabrics of several seasons ago. A large fire burns in the ornate fireplace.
Here?
It's May. Yes, it's May, and it's a really nice day out, and it's kind of warm, and there's still a fire burning in the fireplace. The lid of an unused piano holds crepe-wrapped photographs of a young man and an old woman. The older woman looks beaten down, but the younger has the same expression in her eyes Rupert sometimes shows, a quiet, unrelentless desperation. When he arrives, he's dressed in pajamas and a dressing gown, which is quite inappropriate, actually, but rich. And he says, "Thank you so much for coming. I'm still convalescing from the accident. I was hurt a little bit more than I thought I was, but I appreciate you coming. Thank you." He shakes your hand. He goes, we've met you right at the accident site as well, aren't we? What is your name, Miss? What is your name?
Miss Fairfield.
Oh, nice to meet you. He shakes your hand. Sir, are you, yes. I'm Rupert.
Thomas Adler.
Mr. Adler, yes, I knew.
Detective Sayers.
Oh, Mr. Sayers. Oh, detective. Oh, yes, a detective. That's what we need. A detective.
I'm just thinking like, there we go. Never mind.
Yeah, he seems kind of a little frantic, but very polite, very kind.
I'm trying to figure out why he's so frantic.
I wish to hire you all. I wish to hire all of you. I want you to find my brother Rodney. He's the black sheep of the family. He departed while I was fighting France back in 17. Now that my mother and sister are dead, and since father has declined and there's not much company, Rodney's really the only family I have. I have one lead to his whereabouts. There's a female relative. I would appreciate if you didn't say anything about this to anyone, but I believe it's Rodney's mother, who was not born of our family legitimately. She lives in Detroit, and Rodney apparently kept in touch with her. Okay, while he's talking, like sometimes he's lifting his arms up, and his pajamas are kind of coming up, and you get a glimpse of an old scar running across his stomach. Everybody can make a first aid or medicine, whichever's higher.
Either way.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Yes? No? No? No.
Close,
So just
no.
the nurse. Well, that makes sense. So check whichever one you wanted to use for that. Medicine or first aid.
Probably gonna be first aid.
Okay. Where'd you pen? There should be enough pencils for everybody at the table, actually. Is there another one, like, underneath? Or
No, you only threw out 3.
Oh, I thought Ash already had her own.
That one I don't think works.
No, it's not clicking out. That's what I was trying to use.
It must be empty. Okay. Yeah, I'll get another one when we have a moment when you guys are doing some role play. It's a nasty scar, but it's too faint to be a war wound. It looks like something that maybe happened to him when he was a child. So he must have had some kind of surgery as a child or something. It's a pretty nasty wound.
I gotta run the appendix.
Could I ask him about it? Like, very gently.
What are you going to say?
I noticed your scar right here. What happened?
Oh, yes. That's there was a. It was something. It was a growth that was removed when I was a baby. It was yeah.
That's horrible.
That's what my father tells me. I didn't really. You can make a psychology check. I didn't really. And actually, you can too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not telling me the whole
Yeah.
story. You get this.
I'm not gonna bother him about it. I'm just
Okay.
like, okay.
Yeah. He just. It was a growth that was removed as a child. So. Anyway, Rodney loves motor cars. It's in our blood. He seems to mean that literally. So he's probably working for a living somewhere connected to automobiles, a garage, a factory, maybe even a racetrack. He was a small, slight man of frame, thin, dark-haired, with a crooked left canine tooth. And, oh, wait! Amy probably has a photograph.
Who's Amy?
She's my sister. Let me go check. He just runs out of the room.
Is it her sister?
Yeah,
His
yes.
sister.
So he runs out of the room, like, without even another word to you guys. What do you want to do?
Since I'm immune to most persuades. Did I just kind of look at him and not really believe him? That
No, he
was
wasn't
so
trying to
sorry?
persuade you. It was just a psychology check to
Oh,
see
okay.
if he wasn't telling the truth. What are you guys going to do?
I'm just like,
You just go, What are you
I
guys
look
gonna do?
confused. I just watch him
Okay,
go.
you're
yeah,
confused.
because I'm like, he's going
Man, the
through
rich are
their
crazy.
dead habit?
I miss Rockefeller.
I miss Ashton, what about you?
I'm
You want to do
like,
anything in response to his running out of the room?
Where's my butler?
I'm going to open this
What was
thing. I'm
his
feeling
name?
like it's
Felix. I miss Felix.
Is this a good picture moment?
You could take a photograph.
Speaking of Felix and
Okay.
butlers,
He
is
returns
Butler still-
a couple minutes later. He has a photograph.
Of his-
It's let's see. And Rupert's face is transfigured as he hands the photo over for y'all to look at. Yeah, it's like you've seen photographs of Rupert in the paper when he's on it, when he's done something, and he's just this. He's got this smile that is just like beautiful. You know what I mean? It's like since you've talked to him, he's been all like nervous and kind of uptight and like frantic. But when he's in the paper, he's all like, and he's actually quite handsome. And this smile, as he hands you the photograph, it's the Putney smile. You've seen it in sports pages and on society pages, especially you. It's reckless, confident, and like empowering. I don't know. Think of like Brad Pitt. When Brad Pitt is really happy and he's just like smiling, it's got that kind of a power to it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's just like he's just happy, like overwhelmingly happy, and he wants everyone around him to be happy. And that's what you've seen before.
He looks kind of like a newspaper boy in this.
But as the smile fades, everybody can make me another psychology check.
12.
You didn't
12 out
make
of
it?
85.
How about an 85 as an impale? What?
5.
You made it 5? You two again. Notice that as the smile fades, you notice just how much like something becomes missing from his face. It's like he's not necessarily a different person, but like he's just suffering a lot.
How from this guy?
You also are not sure. It doesn't feel like he's entirely telling you the truth about his brother, and that he might be having some pretty severe psychological issues. That's what you two
Adler.
get. Well, Adler hasn't noticed. Adler was looking at the piano. This is really nice piano.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, it's oblivious Adler. You're trying to get a good look at the photograph. You're like,
If
well,
I
we're
can
going
get
to
a
track this guy
moment where
down.
he's not looking, I can go to Adler. I think there's something wrong with him.
You might want to wait till you're actually like not here.
What?
You might want to wait till you're not like he's not standing right there. But yeah, keep that in mind to do. So the photograph shows the framed head and shoulders of a man in his late 20s. He has brown hair, a sallow, coarse complexion. His face is grim and stunned looking, probably effects of the mercury flash. What is visible suggests he has a solid frame. His mouth is closed, so you can't see the snaggletooth, and he doesn't look anything like Rupert at all. But if he's from another mother, then if he's his brother from another mother. So he says his mother's name is Maggie Flynn, and she lives in Detroit. I will of course cover the costs of all transportation. But I would like you to call me. You can reverse the charges. I would like you to telephone me and let me know of your progress as often as possible. I really want to find Rodney. I really need.
Wait, you want us to go to Detroit?
I need him. Are you saying that?
Yeah.
Yes, that's where I think Rodney is. If you
What
could,
makes
if
you
you could,
think that?
because that's where Maggie Flynn lives, and I'm certain that, and she would, if he's not there with her, that's his mother, and if she's not there with him, if he's not there with her, I'm sure she could at least point you in the right direction of where to go.
Is there a way we can call her instead of traveling with her?
She does not have a telephone.
That's unfortunate.
But does he know her address?
He can, he doesn't have the exact address, but he's certain there are only a certain limited number of Maggie Flynn's, and he doubts she's married again.
How do you know for sure that he would go there?
I don't. That's the first clue. You're the detectives. I'm paying you to find this out.
That's fine.
Of course. And we haven't even discussed the I'm willing to pay you each $100 a day plus expenses.
Oh.
That is a lot of fucking.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh.
Your eyes are like.
Yes, your eyes widen, and suddenly your head was like, suddenly I'm interested.
No, I was already interested. I was just like, holy okay.
Does Rodney own a car?
I would suspect that he does. If not, I suspect that he's working on one. Like I said, it runs in the Putney blood. Automobiles, we love to drive, we love to speed, we love to just go, just to get out of this place, to not be here.
Riding
The
bike.
day on the road. I'm sorry?
Nothing.
I heard about. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that you need to know? Well, you can contact me here.
Is there
You
anything?
tell the operator to reverse the charges. What? Yes, sir.
Is there anything we should know about him?
Well, no, but he's a good man. I'm sure he's, like I said, working as a mechanic or possibly at a racetrack. Maybe he is just an owner of many cars. I just don't know. As much as you can find out, if you can bring him home, please bring him back. He looks down at the photograph again, and his tears almost kind of well up in his eyes. I need him. I need him back. I just need him.
I'm like,
You're not getting like, I want to kill him. Shoot.
no, like
Okay.
like he needs him. That's why I'm like,
Can we have a moment to discuss as a group your proposal?
Yes, of course. I will. Yes. I'll be back in 5 minutes. And then he walks out of the room.
I'm assuming the butler's not there.
No, you guys are alone in the room. It's really fucking hot as shit in here.
I wait till he
You guys in
leaves.
suits are sweating.
I'm in a dress.
You're in a dress. It's still hot. It's just
Yeah.
like oppressively hot. You can feel your hair just kind of unpoofing. And you're like,
That's
damn it, I
nice.
hope this doesn't ruin my freaking equipment. Because it's hot in here. So go ahead.
Is there a window?
So what do you
No,
think?
there's just this big, huge window on one side. There's French doors on it. You can try to open
Open up.
those. They appear to be locked.
Unlock it.
Mm-mm. It's a key lock, and there's no key inside.
Break it. Just kidding.
I have a feeling we're not going to be here much longer.
Yeah. So
What do you all think?
I don't think that guy is right. I don't think he is.
He's obviously hiding. Like, I think he might be hiding something.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna bother him about it because.
But yeah, his feelings toward his kin seem true.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
here's more pencils.
He mentioned his sister like he thought she was still alive.
Yeah. That was weird.
Who knows that his sister's dead? Are you the only one?
And who was that lady? That's all I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, so.
Y'all can keep role playing, or Rupert can come back. If you're done talking, then he'll show back up.
What do y'all think? Should we go or no?
I say why not?
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. It is.
It is a lot of money.
I figure, you know. the
I know of her
worst
occupation,
scenario.
correct?
You have no clue who this person is.
Okay.
I got camera bags.
But I noticed the
That's
camera.
about
You did take a camera out when Rupert was gone to take a picture.
Yep.
So,
I'll just be
You
like,
can,
get some good. We might get some good shots because I noticed the camera.
that works.
My character's learned to bring more magazines for her pistol. Yeah. She's gonna have like maybe 3 different films.
You'll have time to do some shopping before you
Nah.
guys
Well,
go.
I very well, as a gentleman, can't let a lady go on this kind of trip alone, so I will go as well.
Take that any way you want me to. Actually, just look at me like, you didn't just fucking say that.
We know you want to go.
Yeah. I'm already sad.
Oh my god, what a story this could
Yeah.
be. Even if it's just reading memoirs, you just go on.
I'm assuming we're taking a train up to Detroit.
All we needed was Adler's
It's
confirmation.
the best way to travel in this country.
We all just look.
What's Adler thinking?
Oh, sorry, I was just still staring at this photograph of. Yes.
Of
Okay.
Flint, of Raymond?
Yeah.
What dog?
You with the car.
What? Yes,
Rodney.
it's fine. We can go.
Yeah, it's Rodney.
Yeah. Rodney King.
No.
Does $100 a day include the time traveled?
Mm-hmm. $100 a day, you would guess. Is
Oh, can I
$100
take a
day.
picture of that picture?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll need a photography check.
Okay.
You won't know how. You can take. How many do you want to take?
Of that one picture?
Yeah. What I'm saying is sometimes, as you will take 2 or 3 pictures of the same thing just to make sure you get a good
Yeah,
copy.
yeah, yeah.
So how many do you want to take?
2.
Okay. So roll me twice because you're not going to know if it's any good till you actually develop
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
photograph. And we'll count those. So one's a fail, so that one probably has too much flash.
No.
Okay, so you think you got a good picture, but
Yeah.
it's tough, and it's in a glass frame, which makes it
I
hard.
see her taking these. Like, why are you taking so many photographs? What do you do? Like, I'm asking you. Like, I'm curious. What's with all the photographs?
I'm a photojournalist for the Providence Journal.
Who are you?
No, she's lying. There are no female photojournalists for the Providence Journal. You know this is fact.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing that out there.
Yeah, because I'm immune to
You
most
should
persuades.
shut up
As
with the
being a police detective.
So whatever you want to say about that, but
I'll let her
Sorry.
think that she got me, but I know she's lying.
mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna play kind of coy.
So
right
basically,
now.
like, oh,
Really?
that's so interesting. You can make a
Like,
psychology check.
Yeah, she approached me the
Yeah.
other day.
My cover story shows
Actually,
that I was
you can make a
secretary
you can
of the
make a
journal.
psychology check, and you can make a psychology check.
Wait, who?
Just these two.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Neither one of you. Okay. So she's lying. He totally believes you. That's what you get out of those roles. Okay. So it's just exactly how you're presenting yourselves. Anyway, Rupert comes back. He's like, well, what's the consensus?
You're the leader on this.
Oh, we agree.
Oh, very good, very good. Thank you so much. You don't understand how desperately I need a friendly face in this house. Very well.
One question.
Let's see, where are we? Yes?
Who? No, to the guy.
Right. You're asking him.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
asking Rupert, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Who are those 2 people that were upstairs? The guy in the wheelchair.
Oh,
the young woman.
that would be my father, Reginald Putney.
Okay,
And
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure.
Chloe Bass is his companion, nurse.
She's awfully young and very dressed up.
Well, yes, I'm not fond of how she dresses. I don't like that she's wearing Amy's clothes. But it's what father wants. If it's what father wants, he does own the house. He owns the land. He owns everything. So and he seems quite disturbed about that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But you can all make. Actually, yeah, all of you can make a no roll.
Yep.
You made it. Okay, you've actually heard of this. With
I
the
got a
Putneys.
7.
Did you? Out of
75.
75? That's an
Yeah.
impale, so you definitely heard this in big time. You didn't make it,
21 out of 80.
so you made it. Did you know anything about? You knew the basic stuff about the Putneys, didn't you?
No, he's the one who didn't make it.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they had never told me about.
You don't know. Okay, so you can make your first. Let's make your first no roll to see if you know anything about the Putneys at all. Okay.
Yeah.
So you knew that they are. You've heard of Rupert Putney. You're like, oh shit, this is Rupert Putney. You can make another no roll. Let's see what you know for background information, just for shits and giggles. 69 out of 80. Okay, so you knew about his the flying ace, the crash, the fact that he's got a lot of tickets. Go ahead and make me another one till you fail. 95. Okay, so that's all you know. But now, who made that last no roll? You two did, and did you make?
I get.
And you made it. Okay, now that you know who you're talking about, you're like, oh. Rumor has it that that this woman, who he says is, I think Rupert told you, did he tell you her name? No, he didn't say her name. But that the nurse, or whatever,
Yeah, compare.
rumors have actually said wet nurse. That's what the rumors say of this lady?
Since
Yeah.
I got an impale, do I know a little more? Or?
Where's the baby at?
Or do I notice
Well, is
anything?
it for a baby or
Oh,
for old man Putney?
Oh, no.
That's just rumor. That's the rumor that you three have heard. It's like, ew.
I'm gonna
Okay, since you impaled, you also know she has acted as nanny to him, chauffeur, check writer, scandal monger, and gopher.
What is
breastfeeding.
Yes, someone who
Okay.
breastfeeds. So that's what you've heard with your impale. You've heard a lot of other things that she does. You see, Rupert starts to sweat towards the end of the interview, and he starts to kind of clutch at his stomach like he's in some kind of pain.
Are you alright?
Yes. I'll be fine as soon as the doctor gets here. You can make a medicine. Anybody who has medicine can make a medicine roll.
Let me technicality, I might as well try.
Yes.
You made it. You don't have medicine at all.
I have like 5.
Okay.
That's why I tried it. I just saying I just
You
tried
made
it anyway.
it. These look like symptoms of withdrawal, like from an addiction. Yes.
But I don't know about that.
And then a servant enters the room, and he says, "Dr. Thane is here." And Rupert goes, "Very well. Tell him to wait. Tell him to wait, and we'll be just a few more minutes." And the servant says and leaves. And he's like, "Thank you so much for helping me. I thank you. I just thank you, and good luck. Please continually call me when you get to Detroit. When you learn anything, please call me. Just let me know progress daily, hourly if you can. Reverse the charges." Very good. Okay.
You should probably go get that withdrawal.
Yes. I'll go. Yes. He doesn't
Did
even
she
seem
say
to
that
like
out
hear
loud?
you. Yeah, she did say that out loud, and
So
he
we all
didn't seem to
know, right?
really pay any attention to it. I'll have what the hell, Fleming. I'll have Fleming. He will take you back, and then he leaves the room.
Okay.
Um,
That guy's on drugs. No, literally, he's on drugs.
So you guys can start to see yourselves out.
I want to know what
You pass a
drugs.
gentleman who's heading towards the stairs.
Nigel.
He's clutching a black doctor's bag to his chest, and he bestows on you an unctuous smile. Unctuous. Condescending.
Oh God.
One of those, kind of like that.
I do it too.
You do it back. You know, a fakey smile back. He is sprightly, plump, and well-groomed. His hair is, like you can see, greased down.
Yeah.
He's pretty good looking,
He's kinda
actually.
annoying.
He's kind of good looking.
I don't trust him.
I don't either.
And he heads for the stairs to head upstairs.
My suspicion is that he's putting him on these withdrawing drugs. That's without even knowledge. That's just me.
Good, that's fine.
Yeah.
Suspicions are good. So, you get to the front hall. Instead of handing you your hats and coats, the servant there says, "Could you please step into the ballroom to meet the master of the house?"
Oh, yes, sure. Why not?
And then he takes you through this sitting room and this, what is that, morning room? Yeah, into this large ballroom. No, Nigel, poor Nigel. Nigel?
Oh no,
The doctor.
Oh, Dr. Thane. Yeah, he had kind of a snakish feel to him.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're led through, and the room is empty except for 2 marble columns flanking the glass conservatory door. The conservatory within looks like it's been long stripped of vegetation. An old man in a wheelchair and his woman companion that you recognize, those of you who saw her on the landing. This is as close as I could get to a guy in a wheelchair.
worse.
This is the dilettante mini.
I mean,
Oh, it's supposed to be. It's a guy in a canoe. Actually, I actually got that. I didn't expect to win that on
He's
eBay, but I
eccentric.
got it. It was really cheap.
Indeed.
It's an old man in a wheelchair and a woman companion at the other end of the room. They're whispering together, and she then wheels him over to you guys, and he's all gross and shriveled up.
Yeah,
The
well,
picture
well.
actually well conveys what he looks like.
Like a goblin.
And the woman says, So, what was your business with Rupert?
Hey, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, really.
And here, let me describe her. She's brunette in her late 30s. It looks like you recognize this because and you would recognize this because you both have been in the medical profession. Her looks have been ruined by drinking. You can tell she's got like sallow features, and it looks like.
I like her accent.
Oh, she has a throaty contralto. Sorry. So she's got a deep voice. So she.
Oh, so she's more like.
More like a smoker, like
Yes, like a
Like
smoker's
this
voice,
mark.
like who? No, it's not quite that deep, but it is deep. It is deep, and obviously she's wrecked her voice at some time.
Gorgeous.
So it'd be more like, so what was your business with Rupert? Okay, so it's kind of like that.
Well, I was almost snappy at her. Oh.
Putney,
like-
the
She
old
told us her
man.
name?
Not yet. The old man is shriveled, twisted, body curls fetus-like in his bath chair, surmounted by an overly large head. He smells of mustard plasters, and his face is dominated by his eyes.
How old is he?
I think he might be actually a big baby.
He's pretty
That's
old.
probably-
So we don't know his age. Okay.
You're not sure of his age. You can probably find it out pretty easily from city records and stuff.
Okay.
So she says, so what was your business with Rupert?
Did he not tell you?
Would I be asking?
No, this is your business.
You say that, and the old man just bursts out in laughter.
Because I don't like how she said it. I'm just like, I don't guess it's your business.
Yeah, and then the old man's like, I guess she told you, huh?
I like this guy.
But you could tell me I'm his father, and all the money that you're getting paid is coming from me. So
I
if
can
you
do
want
that
it,
here.
you should tell me.
Well,
And you're
if
looking
you-
down at him because he's all like shriveled up in this wheelchair.
And now I'm like, no, I don't like you.
Well, what do you say?
Well, I tell him because you
Okay,
know,
so
he is the father.
What are you
I'm
gonna
like,
What are you gonna tell me?
Isn't like, what's his name? Rodney?
Rodney, correct.
Rodney. Okay. Rodney's missing apparently.
Rodney.
Rodney, your son, your
Yeah.
brother.
Rupert has no brother. It's a delusion he suffers from, a result from a shot that sent him home from the war. He's been well for some time now, but Amy's death must have set him off again. There's no brother. I advise you to call it off. His voice is starting to fail. And then he whispers something to the woman. She leans down and he whispers something you can't quite make out. And then he coughs and he just kind of like does this towards you guys. Kind of waves at you. You turn and walk
I'm just
out of the room.
like, okay.
What do you get rid of the rest of y'all doing?
I'm staring very suspiciously, like I don't fully trust this guy.
No.
No, that's fine. You're just gonna stand there and stare at him?
Well, I mean, if they're leaving, I'm gonna kind of.
Yeah, these two have headed back across the
I'm
ballroom.
vulnerable.
I'm kind of like.
Okay. Chloe, sorry, not Chloe. The lady, you haven't learned her name yet. She follows you as well to the front door. And actually, once you get your coat, she follows you right out to the automobile where the chauffeur is still just standing and waiting. And she goes, you'll be paid double. Sorry. You'll be paid double. No, that's way too low. She goes, you'll be paid double of whatever you're getting from Rupert if you just report to Rupert that the search is taking place, but do nothing. Rupert's very ill. He'll get worse, provided he doesn't kill himself in an automobile accident first. And then he can be tucked in a sanitarium until he recovers. And for a moment, her face is almost kind of sad. Oh, and you guys have the photograph, too, if you wanted to take it with you. Did anybody want to pick that photo up off the table that he brought in for you guys to look at? Okay, so you've got it in your back.
I take all the pictures.
Okay. Are we of an understanding?
Maybe. I just walked to the car.
Okay.
Miss, can I have your name? Well, what's your name, Miss?
I'm Chloe Bass. You can climb in the car. Fleming opens the door for you. Yeah, you can flip it over. Chloe Bass. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I want to talk with everyone. Like, we've got all this information. We obviously need to talk.
Well, she's going to the car.
I want to go do research elsewhere because I don't think the family's going to help us much.
Okay, well, that's fine. Are you guys all getting back in the car and going back to her apartment? Okay, so you get back in the car. Fleming drives you back to your apartment, drops you off, and you can meet there or discuss or whatever you want
I
to
check
do.
into. I go back to the